Bibles, the Ten Commandments, and boobs. The story of an Oklahoman hypocrite. My name is Kurt Mullet. I am Hoosier Blue, and I have something to say. Let's get at it. I have family that live in Oklahoma. Most of them are MAGA. Not all of them, but the majority of them are. Many are also proud Christians who attend church on a regular basis and are MAGA to the max. Now, since I have family that live in Oklahoma, I tend to pay a little bit closer attention to what is happening there than I do in a lot of other states. And I also pay attention to those in charge of making the decisions in Oklahoma. And I got to tell you, it's right up there with one of the deepest MAGA states in the country. And they are true lovers of Project 2025. In fact, in the 2024 elections, there were 2 states in the entire country where every county within that state voted for the felon. West Virginia, and you guessed it, Oklahoma. They love their felon there. I bet you know where this podcast is heading. I'm going to talk about a story that broke last week that created a little beep in the media radar. But I'm about ready to sound the alarm of attention on it. Ryan Walters, this guy right here, Oklahoma's superintendent of public instruction. He is a known opponent of pornography in education, so much so that he accused schools of pushing pornography through certain books such as The Kite Runner and The Glass Castle. Ryan Walters, an arrogant Christian nationalist, set out to put into play the agendas within Project 2025. Ryan Walters, a proud fighter of wokeism and gender ideology. The Ryan Walters, who pushed to have the 10 Commandments displayed in every classroom in Oklahoma. The Ryan Walters, who requested $3.3 million to purchase the felon's Bible and put them in every school in Oklahoma. The Ryan Walters, who said this after the senseless beating and eventual death of Next Benedict in February of 2024. To make sure that all individuals are safe in a school, we want every student to be protected. We want every student to be successful. That also means we're not going to lie to students, and we're not going to push a gender ideology. He later accused critics of engaging in a desperate political game that seeks to exploit the death of a young Oklahoman. Oh, you sound so caring, Ryan. I will never stop fighting. I will not play woke gender games, and I will not back down to a woke mob. That seems so sincere. What a jackass. Well, that Ryan Walters is now under investigation for allegedly displaying a pornographic video on a TV in his office during a closed-door portion of a Board of Education meeting last week. Sorry. During the meeting, member Ryan Detheridge noticed the video on a screen in Walters' office, while a parent of a student discussed appealing a district transfer denial. Detheridge reported that the video featured multiple nude women and some sort of chiropractic table. Oh, as you can't make this shit up. You just can't. As Detheridge considered how to question Walters about what he was seeing, fellow board member Becky Carson, the only other person with a view of the screen, spotted it too. She said to herself, What am I seeing? Is that woman naked? Thinking to herself that maybe she's got a bodysuit on. But after noticing nipples and pubic hair, she realized that is not a bodysuit. I'm sorry. This is I just don't get these people. I will never understand them. Both board members described the footage as retro and said it did not feature intercourse. Oh, wow, that's a good thing. On Walter's behalf, it didn't show intercourse, right? It was just, you know, pornography. Becky then confronted Walters about what was on the TV. Now, here we go with a typical hypocrite's response when caught doing what he tells others not to do. Walters said, I saw it, turn it off now. Walters then said, what is this? What is this? And fumbled to turn it off while saying, I can't get it to turn off. I can't figure out how to turn it off. Mm-hmm. See, that's what happens when paranoia self-destroy you. You ever heard that term before, Ryan? Now, lawmakers in the state's legislature have called for an investigation. Bravo. With Republican House Speaker Kyle Hilbert saying Walters should unlock and turn over all relevant devices. No, not all relevant devices, all devices. He should give up everything that he owns in the electronic world. This is how they should treat him. And then Republican temporary Senate President Lonnie Paxton said Carson and Deathridge accounts paint a strange, unsettling scene that demands clarity and transparency. It demands investigation of who this guy is and what he was doing. I mean, this is who these people are. Biggest threat in our country is not the transgender community. It's not drag queens. It's not any member of the LGBTQ community. It is white, Christian, nationalist men. That is the biggest threat to our country, to the children in our country, to our freedoms in our country. And it's guys like Ryan Walters right here who spew his bullshit and accuses everyone else of doing wrong things to children and talks about wokeism and gender ideology and shit he has no idea about. None whatsoever. They're just buzzwords to him. But he talks about all these things, and yet he's the one that's viewing pornography on his television set in his office. I mean, seriously, you can't make this shit up. And I know that gets said a lot, but you really can't. This is hypocrisy 101. And that's who these people are. And we have found out again and again and again from all of these conservative white dudes, from local legislators in red states like Oklahoma, all the way to the White House. Every accusation from these dudes is an admission of guilt. And until the majority of the country wakes the hell up and understands this, well, it's just going to continue down the path that it's on. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for watching. Please give me a like, subscribe to my podcast, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers if you like what you heard today. My name is Kurt Mullet. I'm Hoosier Blue, and I have something to say. I'll catch you next time.